Hey everyone, welcome to the Late Late Horror Show. Tonight we're going to talk about the third In Search of movie, but for right now, the light, Renfield, the light.
You don't want to go to the light, Dave.
Now, according to John Lear.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Late Horror Show. I am Dino, as always, and that is Dave. Navigated the Bermuda Triangle.
I did back in the late 90s.
Yeah. We'll talk about your experience on the high seas, but I just drink them. Anyways, happy birthday to me, Dino. I'm such a cheese, man. Yeah, thank you to everybody who sent me something. Chris W., Connie Clary, Edward Stewart, it came in the mail. Thank you. Tom, thank you. I'm not going to show them all, but they're all great gifts. Dave, thank you for what you sent me. My God. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Hope she was worth it.
Thank you very much. I don't know how you found her, but
just typed in Joanna Pettit lookalike.
Oh, is that how it happened? Anyways, thank you very much, everybody, for the happy birthdays and all that good stuff. And much love to each and every one of you. Please hit the thumbs up button, all that good stuff. We are going to talk about the last Rod Serling, In Search of, which just is a kind of a rehash of the other two, which we'll talk about here in a second. But a couple newer things to talk about. But it's going to be, what the, on my notes, I'm throwing those away. What?
It really is. It's just a rehash of two other films.
Oh, 100%.
Great job on the editing.
100%. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. And again, happy birthday to me. I'm just joking. I'm supposed to not make a big deal out of any birthdays, but this year, for some reason, I'm just like, man, I feel like I'm 20 again. 120. No, I'm joking. Chris W. A blow up. What the? Blow up doll. Dave knew exactly what to buy.
Going.
I can't believe it looked just like Joanna Pettit, though. Anyways.
AI is fantastic.
Oh, and the Funko Pop that Connie sent me was, I know I wasn't going to show any gifts because they're personal, but yeah, it's a Killer Clowns Funko Pop. The name of this Killer Clown is JoJo, which is interesting. Just an inside thing there. I thought that was cool. But anyways, okay, so let's say hi. Zachary Stephen Cannon, what is going on? Vicky, good to see you. Connie, Muppet Time, good to see you. Edward Stewart, thank you for being here. We got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, that's for sure. And we're going to have fun. That's the best part of this. I can't wait till Circle of Fear. Anyways, where'd that come from? Just out of the clear blue. Ed Stathis, what's going on? Good to see you. Don't want to miss anybody. Sis for Sean is here. Stephanie Press is here. Good to see you. Vicky. Good to see Vicky Alcorn. There you go. Yeah, and like I said, Chris W. That lady's just got some bright energy to her. I feel it every time she's in the chat. It's just wonderful. Anyways, all of you are.
I prefer to call it Moxie.
Yeah, you know what I'd call it is Kirlian energy.
Ooh.
Yeah, which we'll talk about that. I thought that was just funny. There's a very funny incident that we're going to talk about when we talk about Kirlian aura, which was, oh my God. Harry Scott, hi boy donuts, my friend. Dennis, my friend, looking down. Or you may be roaming around on some far off galaxy, you know, flying ships, Denny, and probably having more fun than we're having here, you know?
Either that or he possessed that little scary Herman doll.
Oh, Herman, yeah, down over there.
Off yonder.
Right there. Herman. He is pissed. I found him over back in the patio, and I moved him back over here, and he had a hissy fit. Anyways, Alfred, good to see you in the chat. Always good to see you. Who else is out there? Andrea is out there too. Good to see you, Andrea. Man, it's my birthday. I said I felt my back. Woo, just got a sharp pain. Just shot right up that what's that nerve up over? Anyways, it doesn't matter.
You know, that's what happens when the kidneys start going.
Oh, listen. Oh my God. You all right, Dave?
I'm fine.
Yeah, your kidneys good?
Fine.
Why the hell would my kidneys, something happen to them? What are you talking about?
Too much
I don't
fun?
drink.
I don't know.
I don't smoke. I yoo-hoo like crazy in ginger ale. That's got to be good. Raj Ram, thank you. What did you say? You said, Dino, happy 21st birthday. Yeah, now I can get booze if I wanted, but I don't drink. So you handsome son of an angel, you. Whoa. Hey, Raj, thank you, man. Much love to you, my friend. Okay. Oh, the Mad Yokai is here. Okay, so Dave.
Yes, sir.
This episode, it is, I mean, in search of the outer space connection. 1975 TV special. They had 3 of these that came out each year. Why don't you talk about it a little bit, Dave? Give me your perspective.
Now,
let me know what you're thinking on this, Dave.
Well, I'm thinking IMDb at a 6.1 is about right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. And there's a reason behind that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My feeling is, you know, these came out every year. You know, we're starting to get these Alan Landsberg productions. We have them in 73, 74, 75. They're each about an hour in length. And then this one all of a sudden is an hour and a half. And I'm like, well, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And so it seems that there is a little bit of fresh material.
It's more than weird, Dave. It's just plumb not right.
Well, okay. There's a lot of edited pieces from the past, and there is a few new things as well. Kirlian photography and auras and things like that. And then
boy, they hit on almost everything from the previous 2 episodes.
They did.
And I had to sit through an hour and a half of this, and really we only had to sit through like 10 or 15 minutes. But go ahead.
And the other shows were about an hour long. This one's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it was just really, really long.
Yes. And he starts out talking like, we're about to take you on a journey of this. It's not, these are not actors. These are
not
real
actors, real people, 120 locations. This is going to be startling, controversial, and real. And what I hated on this one particularly was the opening. Now they start doing an In Search of opening where they have pictures.
Yeah.
But then they have no music and they have kill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this where John Carpenter or whoever got the Jason thing going? I don't know. It was just creepy. I even turned on the closed captions and they couldn't even capture whatever words were being said at the beginning.
Yeah, it was really odd, very weird, and very low key, and kind of just a little depressing. That's the word that comes to mind. I don't know, like, why am I sitting here watching this? But again, he was getting sick, and it was at the end here, and they probably threw a bunch of stuff together, and that kind of ruined it. Why even bring it out? But I guess I don't know how the ratings were. I didn't look that up. So, you know, it is what it is. Alfred, $5 super chat. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. $5 super chat on my birthday. Maybe I should put a super chat goal for my birthday so I can get that 200-year-old chair I've been eyeing up at that antique store. Maybe happen? No, I doubt it. Anyways, Ed Stathis says the best thing about TV in the 70s is that there was a 33% chance that the people you talked to the next day saw the same episode. Well, yeah, that's true.
Well, even in the 80s, it was like that. We were all home at night, and if you miss something, you may lose out on conversation the next day.
Oh yeah. Once cable hit, I mean, it's another story. And then now, holy hell, you try to look for a good series or something like that. You have to go through. Oh, sorry, Siri, no, close, turn off. I said series, not series. Oh my God, Dave. Oh, technology.
Well, I remember one night we're just finishing up Cheers and Night Court and shows like that, and they did a little blurb on the news about the problem with punk rock clubs and stuff like that. And so they show all these punk rockers up against the this wall in the middle of kind of late at night, and there's one real short guy. The short guy went to our school. He was just you could just totally tell it was him. And the next day we're all, dude, we saw you on the news, and he's all, no man, it wasn't me. I'm like, oh dude, don't even try.
You know what I remember? One night in Bangkok.
Murray Head.
Right. It was fun.
I never knew you were a chess player.
Oh, I have my chess nights. 200-year-old trip. You know what? Chris W., that brings up a thing. Dave, again, I moved close to the lake where there's a lot of water. It's just like right there. Who would think that? I mean, this building, 20 floors, it's been here since the 70s is when it was constructed, I do believe. But it's I think there may be some kind of haunting activity going on here. And I am not joking. The other night, I was woken up in the middle of the night around 3 a.m. from hearing something. Like there were distinct two individuals right next to me on the right side. And it freaked me out a bit because it's been a while since anything weird has happened. But I fell back to sleep. And Dave,
yes, I
swear, and this just started up, this kind of these little things. So that's why I'm saying, I don't know yet. But about an hour later, because I was able to fall asleep, I can't because I was, but I was freaked out. The sheet pulled and woke me up. And I had a feeling that, that distinct, it's something you'll only understand if it happens to you, the feeling of there's two people, two people. Inside it was a man, a woman, two people. They were over there. That's the feeling I got. And when the sheet, then I really freaked out, and I'm just like going, oh my God. Well, because it's a new place, and all that. And I'm like, so that happened 3 days ago. Nothing since. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep, and anything that happens, I'll let you guys know about. But holy hell, Dave, I haven't had any kind of experience like that since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And as a grown up, you're not thinking, oh, this is just a childhood memory or something weird. No, this happened. I'm like, what is this? What happened? Anyways, okay, that's my ghost story, and it's true. Hey, Karen Banks, what's going on?
Well, maybe the old tenants haven't moved out.
I don't know, Dave. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter. And the whole water thing with a huge lake, and the energy it brings, and it kind of, there's a whole thing with water and the holding of energy and stuff like that. So I don't know. I really don't know. But it's ongoing. We will see if there's any other incidents. with that said, the lake is haunted. Well, listen, Lake Erie, I don't know. There's there's stories on all the lakes for sure. Lake Michigan, we can keep going. Anyways, so yeah, I name one more. So that's all. Yeah. Okay, Dave. So where should we go? Should we get right? Because they start talking about Nazca lines and stuff. I mean,
Yeah. I was just going to say, when I was a kid, we had to learn the Great Lakes, and we only could learn it through the acronym of HOMES: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. So
there you go. Yeah. The Great Lakes.
yes.
And I think I'm on the best one. Although Lake Michigan is the deepest and has the most like storm activity and all that. So, but Lake Erie is pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh.
Not too deep. Yeah. Anyways, got some otters going up on the brick, the waterway there.
That's neat.
Yeah, I saw that last year walking at the park right by the Lakewood Park, and an otter came right up on the brick wall, and I look at it, I go, what the hell? Because they're supposed to be in the rivers and on the waterways, but they must have ventured off into the because they put all these barrier rocks, like a lot of places do, in the front of it. The Great Lakes definitely has their print. What are you laughing at, Dave? What's going on?
This has been Audubon Talk.
Okay.
Yeah, we also, as Stuart says, we have the Great Lakes Triangle. We can't forget that. I think you have a couple sea monsters in there as well.
Yeah,
I'm sure tales of Vikings as well haunt this region.
Yeah. I don't know about the sea monsters, but yeah. I guess it could venture in from the oceans. It can get in here. Okay. Anyways, okay. So they talk about Nazca lines. Is and one thing they did mention about the Nazca lines, and I know we talk about this to death, is the reason it never changes is because there's no wind or water that gets to this area.
Right. There's no rainfall,
yeah.
And these are only, I guess, 4 inches deep.
Yes.
So, like, I mean, you can imagine, like, for me, I mean, gosh, we get one rainstorm, it wipes out whatever's, in our garden that would be that deviant from the norm.
So whoever made it, they said, must have known that it would last a lifetime.
Yes.
Or 2, unless an asteroid hits it, but who knows? I don't know. So yeah, Dave, and then you got then it's a rehash of the sightings, the monuments, the writings, all of this. I was very intrigued when they got to and talking about the Ezekiel vision quote, from the Bible.
Yeah.
I read the entire thing, and I'm not going to read it here because it'd take too long. I mean, it wouldn't take that long, but I would say everybody read it. Just do a search for the Ezekiel vision quote, which talks about the 4 beings that come off the ship, the chariot, the whatever you want to call it. Because after I read it, because in your mind you think, 4 alien beings came from a ship that landed, and when you read the actual, passage, that's what you say, right? It's a passage from the
Bible.
I got a total different view because what he explains of what he's seen, the interview room. What's going on? What are you laughing about? What is there's
not laughing about anything?
You got worms? What's going on? You need to be dewormed.
Not anymore.
Oh, the interview room. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I said hi to Karen. And Vicky Ray. Yeah. Good to see you. So where was I?
You're talking about reading Ezekiel.
Oh, yeah. So the way he explains this is that these 4 golden, fiery objects start to come from the sky. And when they get to and the whole thing, and why they bring it up in search of so much, is the fact that there are quotes in the Bible that may suggest alien life from the past landing or whatever. And I think a different way of this passage is not alien life. It could be, but it could also be, remembering back of, it sounded more like Roman gods. It sounded more like angels, something like that. But the 4 beings each had 4 faces. And this is what got me. Speaking of a human face, an ox face, a switcheroo there.
Yeah, when they switch
Yeah.
their faces.
Yeah, and the eagle. And I'm just like, okay, an alien being, unless that alien being was trying to show himself in a different way, I don't understand the 4 face thing,
I don't either, but I always find out that 4 is a weird number in like the Bible as well. You got your 4 prophets. Well, you have more prophets than that, but you have Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You have the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
When we have things that land on other planets, there's usually 4 legs, right? And in terms of the book of Ezekiel, and later on when they talk to the scientist and the idea that all of a sudden.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but I got the giggles too, Dave. Let's just keep laughing.
Sometimes that's all we can do.
Yeah, I might need the holy water. Well, no, I it did creep me out, but I would invite it. Anyways, yeah. So the thing is, and even feet, like kind of like hoofed type feet, like.
Oh, that bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, talking about this, and the wheel, and a wheel in a wheel. I'm trying to visualize this. It's not. I got a whole different picture when it comes to thinking of aliens landing on the Earth, talking of, and leaving. And I don't know. It was very, very weird, very odd. I didn't go too deep, and I just read it. And those are my thoughts. So anyways, we can move on.
Can we move on to Kirlian photography?
Yes, let's go there. The next most relevant thing to talk about is Kirlian aura and photography, because they start talking about this, Dave, and I'll let you start it off. Go ahead.
Well, it was weird.
When they get to the man and the woman, please let me talk about that.
Oh my God. It was bad.
Let me talk about that.
Anyway, all right. So we start off with actually Egypt, and they talk about like literally the mummy's hand. Like it's like the curse of the mummy's hand. But then they like put it underneath for this Kirlian aura, and it glows. It's still glowing after thousands of years of being, mummified. There's a living spark from our finger prints. And what I thought was interesting about this, all life, they did this with plant samples and all of that, to the point where they were kind of also referencing the Bible and religious figures, because we normally see them in art with a big halo around them. Yeah. And they're all, oh, no, that's not a halo. That's a Kirlian like glow or aura about them. And I thought that was the first time I've heard about that. And I really thought that was really quite interesting. But then we have the couple making out. Oh, okay. Hold
on. Yes, J.O.B. Ezekiel, 4 faces, man, lion, ox, eagle. Yes. In the X-Files episode. Yes. Can't wait to get to that one, because I read that too. It did speak of that in an X-Files episode. So, but yeah, it just the passage itself, again, just very, very like to interpret it is very, it's in everybody else's opinion. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's move on. So the Kirlian aura in the 60s and 70s, first of all, they didn't understand this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Basically, what they were trying to state and in search of was that that mummy's hand was giving off light. And that's not technically what Kirlian photography or Kirlian aura is. Kirlian aura is seen under Kirlian photography, which bombards objects with energy. Just it's an energy source that it's bombarding it with. somewhat like
like with photons and stuff like that.
yeah, like an X-ray or something like that. I can go there and explain it because I did put this in my notes. If I wanted to get to this, hold on. Yeah, I should have been there. Kirlian photography is a technique discovered in 1939. Okay, by Semyon Kirlian and his wife. It uses high voltage electricity. I know that's funny, Dave. That is funny. That is funny.
It's kind of like, are they Chinese? Some young Kirlian?
Semyon Kirlian. I don't know what it doesn't say, but it uses high voltage electricity to photograph objects placed on a photographic plate, thus bombarding it. Like this explains when an object like a leaf, coin, or human fingerprint is exposed to this electrical field, okay, a glowing pattern appears around it in the photo. This glow is called a Kirlian aura. What it looks like, scientific explanation. I don't need to say that. Why some people think it shows energy. Some paranormal researchers and New Age practitioners claim Kirlian photography can reveal human auras, health conditions, emotional states, plant life energy, experiments, stuff like that. But anyways, okay, the bottom line, when we go to this, oh my God, now I got to find my spot on this stuff. That's what happens when you take a lot of notes. So when they got to the mummy's hand, the reason they had a Kirlian, I think I'm saying it right, Kirlian aura, and it emitted light around the object, the hand, is because the hand itself has objects such as, it could be broken down crystals or things that they mummify, the beings with, but they're natural elements that when bombarded with electricity are going to glow anyways. You know what I mean? In this way. So that's what new science is saying. Okay. I mean, we can get into auras of human beings that are detected on through heat,
Yeah, that's what I'm used to saying. Like when I'm watching Ghost Hunters or whatever, we give off a body heat index and stuff.
And I think that is a true aura because some people can see people's aura. This is just something that they made up scientifically and found out that they can bombard something with energy and it will reflect itself onto the surface somewhat like an X-ray, and thus thinking, and this all came down to immortality is what they were talking about. So immortality, there would be energy still in a mummy's hand. That means that mummy is immortal and that energy is still there in the hand and part of the universe. You know what I mean? Although totally, yeah, it was 1960s, 70s. They thought differently. I think that's just a bunch of BS. But what was funny about this, I don't think the aura part, the real aura, through heat and what people see, that's totally different. This is just totally different. Okay, so a woman comes up and she says, well, yes, we're going to talk about Kirlian photography, and this is how we know that there's energy still in all living things and all dead things and all life and all properties on this planet. And she's got the photography thing there set up, and there's a guy sitting back ready with the camera, and there's a man with big head of black hair and a big black beard, and he's on one side, and she's going to photograph their fingertips to see the light around the fingertips. It's strange that it's just like right around the fingertips, but it is. And so he's puts his two fingers in there, or his finger or one finger in front of it. And then there's this beautiful woman who walks on the other side, young, flowing hair, beautiful woman. She puts her finger in front of it. And she goes, well, to show you, because she wanted to show the spark of life that all living beings have. So with the two fingers there close to each other, am I getting this right so far, Dave?
I just wanted to emphasize this was done at UCLA.
Yeah.
This is not like some little private,
Yes.
scientific thing. This is serious. I'm a doctor. We're at UCLA. We're conducting this experiment.
Yeah. Yep. And so two people on both sides of the guy in the middle, photographer, both sides, fingers in front of the camera. And she goes, well, we're going to try to stimulate this now. And, the spark of life and all this stuff that's supposed to happen. She goes, start to kiss. And I cracked up laughing. I'm like, what the? Because first of all, the lady on the beautiful girl on the other one side is looking at this ape man with this big giant black beard. She's like, oh, hopefully he don't smoke. Hopefully he don't got food down in his beard. And he's oh my God, all kinds of things. And she goes, you mean, okay, so right over the guy here, we're not going to, she goes, yes. So they start to kiss, Dave. And they're showing the two fingertips, and it's, they're starting to get brighter. And she goes, oh, you need to put more emotion into it. Get into it.
The quote, you need to show more enthusiasm.
More enthusiasm. That was it. You got to show more enthusiasm. You need to. She was trying to work them up into a sexual frenzy. Yeah. And so the girl's finger was getting brighter. And she goes, oh, she's getting more enthused like she is. And I was like cracking up laughing.
Oh, man.
And towards the end, you see it, both of them super bright, and you see this bright light in the middle of both their fingers, which could be an exchange of almost like lightning, one fingertip to the other, causing that brighter life force in the middle there, which was very interesting. But the funny part of it was the way the experiment went in forcing the two young people. Well, I don't know how old the guy was, but the young girl looked like in her 20s. He could have been in his 20s because this was back in the 70s when they were big hippies with, anyways. Funny as hell, Dave. But again, I think a bunch of BS. I think that's just, it's Kirlian photography. Look it up, look what it's all about. And it's not a thing. Today, I mean, it's a thing, but it doesn't show the life force. It doesn't show immortality. It doesn't show the energy. Anyways, I had to get that out of the way. That was funny as hell. Regina, hello. Good to see you. Dirty Beards. Let me get that up on.
And it was the 70s. So
it was the 70s. Let's see. Steph, like the movies from the 80s. Those two first. Pretty wicked at this society. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so Dave, go ahead.
All right. Our next segment takes us to the Antarctic. And it was like a Kolchak episode.
Yes, this one was. This is a cool technique. And we've heard about this too over and over, but go ahead.
Yeah, but this was about how scientists were drilling down in the ice sheets of the Antarctic, and we're finding frozen bacteria, and we're bringing them back to life, which is really interesting. It is kind of even Lovecraftian with the case of Charles Dexter Ward bringing someone back from the dead. But these are forms of life that have been frozen for millions of years. Keep them frozen is what my notes were.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you've got literally a Kolchak episode called Little Bigfoot. It's going to multiply and then escape the lab. So you don't know what you're going to be bringing back in.
I love that episode, but I think at the time we were mixed on that, but just the fact that this little Bigfoot grew up really fast, but still was a little Bigfoot. Anyways.
Right.
But they went a million years down, the bacteria awoken and was able to start reproducing right away. Yeah. And they were alive. And again, like Dave said, don't do that. But anyways, hey everyone. Hey Dino. Hey, what's you going?
Abdullah.
Good to see you.
And then where is Gouache?
Did you have the gouache artwork? I am trying to like it. I like your thumbnail. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So the Antarctic thing. I think what's relevant about this, Dave, is that even on our planet, we've talked about this many times before, and it's the one thing in search of. I think if they do documentaries nowadays and stuff, but anyways, back then they didn't touch on a lot of this stuff. They just touched on like this. Really, they didn't go in depth about other things. Although a lot of life evolves and lives and thrives in the strangest places, even on our Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So the point being that even a million years ago, bacteria went dormant, came to life a million years later, started to immediately reproduce. I know it's bacteria, but it's still life. And
well, we do that a lot, because I'm all into plants and everything. I love when they find plant seed or plants that haven't existed for hundreds, tens, thousands of years.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we have this bloom of this plant that we've never seen in our lifetimes as humans on this planet. It's just fascinating.
Oh yeah. I seen a documentary on something on YouTube, and it was talking about, I think it was Southwest, a type of cactus that they actually brung back from seeds they found in a Mayan cave or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And they're thriving. These unbelievable.
Well, they kind of even talked about that in our episode here when we get to Egypt and we go into these pyramids and they talk about pyramid power. And it's like all of a sudden this grain, thousands of years old, can sprout.
Yeah.
These corn seeds are not that dehydrated. We just have to add water and all of a sudden they're plumped up, ready to grow again. When you're having these stored for thousands of years in ideal conditions.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the jobs I was going for way back in the 90s was at a botanical garden, and they had an herbarium. And a herbarium takes plant samples. It's kind of like when you put plant leaves in between books, but it also contains seeds. And I remember there was like this native sage that was from the Los Angeles area that was harvested in the late 1800s. Wow. But like today, it is like, middle of downtown LA. They're all everywhere. This plant does not exist anymore. But we have the seeds for it, and it's in this location, that we can regrow it again. It's just fascinating.
Oh yeah. Unbelievable. Speaking of plants, still get that Venus flytrap going. Yeah. Right. Hey, Mummy and the Monkey, what is going on? It's like those seeds are eternal. It's really neat. Hi guys, happy birthday, Dino. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I made a bigger deal out of it than I should have, but yeah, no. Again, getting back to the bacteria, and yes, Chris W. They just found a huge dinosaur the size of T-Rex, a brand new dinosaur, somewhere in the Southwest again. This guy, he's like just works by himself, and it's a new dinosaur, and they just found it. Oh, it's just amazing. And they say they're finding new species and bones and stuff like that all the time.
Well, the whole idea of even finding dinosaurs is from the 1800s. We found cave paintings in the 1800s. We don't know about them during the 1600s or 1700s or anything like that.
Yeah.
What a fantastic thing it would be to dig down in Montana and then find like this gigantic T-Rex. And we find out that these like dominated the world.
Oh yeah. And again, Antarctica, yeah, such an amazing place. And what's underneath that ice? I mean, can you imagine? They've taken core samples, and like even this in the 70s, going down to 1 million years and getting the bacteria. But as thaw off and ice melts, we keep finding more and more stuff. So but my point with that was the extremophiles, like the bacteria and the life that live down even in the darkest depths of our ocean, not to mention the fish that give off fluorescence for whatever purpose. It's just amazing.
They freak me out. Like they have a little tentacle. They have a tentacle, and then it's like it's light. It's like, how does it do that?
They're the most alien-looking things on the planet, and they live super deep in our oceans. And the pressure alone should crush some of these things. But the way they adapt, life can adapt in any situation. Bacteria, there's life that's living around the volcanic sulfur acid that's ejecting from the bottom of these oceans too, and they're thriving around that itself and feeding off of that, which takes you to all of the other planets, all of the moons, like Europa. I mean, ice, water, oceans. There are moons around some of the bigger planets like Jupiter and Uranus that have moons that have a makeup that can listen. Even methane is an alternative for life to thrive other than water when scientists get down to it. So you look on our planet and you see all the extremophiles and see that life is everywhere, the deepest depths of our earth, whatever there is. If there's rock, there's something eating the rock and living. Why would you not think that life cannot start and evolve on any of these planets, no matter what the makeup, okay, and just thrive, especially the ones with ice and water, I mean, I think that alone that proves your case right there. I mean,
now, do you believe there's life in Epsilon Bahutes?
They speak of that. So go
as we transition into the next whole scene.
Go ahead.
So there's this guy, ironically, heavy beard. And
he's beards back then.
Scientist heads out the Interplanetary Society, and he starts talking about this possible space probe that has visited the Earth, kind of sending us an SOS.
The signal was kind of jumping. They followed it jumping from planet to Earth in its directional incoming signal wise. And I guess we've never heard anything like it since, but go ahead.
Yeah, we have the signal hitting in 1927, and it's from the constellation Epsilon Bahutes, where their sun is dying. That's how they.
What the race of beings on the planet have great big Bahutes.
Really, that's fascinating.
Okay, go on, Dave.
Thank you. And so there's this, they've created the star map, and then they're on we're on the 6th of the 7th planet, and then we're going to the 7th planet because our star is becoming a supernova. I don't know how they got all this information from these radio signals, but that's basically it. But I found it was fascinating that it's basically an SOS signal from this far distant planet. We have no idea if it's still around or anything like that. But then they kind of went on to the cut frame of the I think it was Apollo 7, where it's like we have a bogey. We have a bogey on our place.
We have a buoy. We have a buoy off to our left. Yeah, I mean, they did see something unknown, and they don't know what it was. But we will dismiss it. Is the star map near Uranus? It's close. It's close. It's close to Big Bahutes. The Uranus is close to Big Bahutes. Anyways, okay. So in this episode, I do give them props for some UFO footage, and from the 1966, there were a couple of really good Dave, did you write it down? I don't think it really matters in the discussion we're having, but there were a couple incidents of some really good. And listen, these were real UFO footage with a real, 8mm camera. Can't be fake. This was stuff that was way back then.
On April 15th, 1966, TV
Oh.
cameraman catches UFO over mountains.
Nice.
April 2nd, 1966, an object on its side passing through. April 18th, 1965, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I even wrote down, hey, Linda Moulton Howe, that's probably why she moved there.
Yeah. Well, good for you, Dave. Thank you. Yeah, see, I know you do a lot of notes, and that's why I hate when I just keep going on, because you got a lot of facts written down. But
it's like a permanent blackboard right up here.
If that's what you call it. Yeah. That sun's really going to give you a burn.
That's why I say it's remarkable.
That laser beam hitting the side of your face.
Well, you know what? Thank God for daylight savings time.
Oh, Dave, you are not kidding, my friend. Oh, my gosh. More light, the better. Why the hell change it back? Anyways, so that got me to thinking, not only cool UFO footage and stuff, and again, we can go on and on. There are, what they said back then, this was interesting.
Yes.
They start talking about NORAD, and they start talking about how many planes are in the air.
100,000 at any one time. And this is back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Mid-70s. How many are in the air today?
In the air, and then you go a little bit higher, and you got how many satellites revolving around the Earth and the planet, and they got to pick. I mean, eventually they will cover so much that the sun can't even get through, and we will get global cooling. But anyways, hopefully they take down the old satellites and put up one big one to replace. Anyways, so they start talking about NORAD, and they start speaking of 800 unidentified flying objects a month. And they go on to say, about 90% of those, are simple to figure out. You know what I mean? In the end, like, what was that? Let's figure that out. I mean, I'll go back even and go, well, if they were unidentified flying objects there on NORAD radar, like, did they send out teams to investigate all of these 800? I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of, I wish there was a little bit more information on that. But they do come down and say, out of those, 400 are still unsolved cases. So that alone, that's 400. But
isn't this also the time of Project Blue Book?
It is. I mean, it's still ongoing, I do believe. Project Blue Book started late 60s. Am I wrong? What year did that start?
I just remember we had a little TV show called Project Blue Book every Sunday.
When was that? The early 2000s? Or?
No, 70s. I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was an old TV show.
Yeah. It started early or mid late 60s, I do believe. Project Blue Book, somewhere around there. Yeah, because there was just way too many sightings going on. But my point being is the amount of. Okay, let's see. Albert Jacobs. Is that what you were pointing at, Dave?
Actually, it moved. Connie first started saying, I know I saw UFOs and other things from Lake Erie. And then Albert comes in with the Hudson Valley of New York. Lots of UFO activity. I've witnessed a few odd things myself, or should I say, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I think that's the fascinating area of the U.S. for UFOs. I myself have seen two.
You have seen two.
I've seen two, but nothing in the past 30 years. Both sightings, one was from the 70s and one probably from 1980. So it's been 45 years since I've seen anything.
Okay. When it comes to UFOs, there were a couple of things I've seen that I just, it's not. I'm not going to say I've seen a UFO. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when I have stories of UFOs with that revolve around my grandparents. And again, I don't know why there was so much paranormal activity with them. But I mean, my grandma and grandpa walking down the street holding hand to hand had a UFO that stopped right. They were walking down the streets of Cleveland, downtown in front of them.
Wow.
UFO right above them, slows, and then takes off real quick downtown and just speeds off. And they're like, UFO. My grandfather was like, UFO.
Wow.
Your typical UFO. He said it was low, shot off downtown, and then took off super fast. You know, so things like that. And then there was the old house that was haunted that they lived at, that the whole family, and I do remember this, but this was so weird that to this day, I don't include it in any stories that I tell because, man, it was so out there that even to this day, I don't know what it was, but everybody ran to the side of the house, and above the gas station, there was this huge triangle shape. No, not triangle, but because I went like this, I go triangle. UFO shape on both sides. That was your typical flying saucer.
Mm-hmm.
It was over the gas station, and it was on its side, and it was all like bright. You know how light goes through fog?
Yeah.
It was like that. There was no fog, no nothing. But Mummy and the Monkey will know this because they're in the area. But the what was it called? We would get our sour cream over our dip chip, Dairymen's on Fulton and Denison, right there. My family used to live on Fulton Road, across from the police station, and there's a Dairymen's over there that the whole family, we would get Charlie chips, and we would get the Dairymen's chip dip, and nothing ever. I know they still got the Dairymen's chip dip somewhere. But anyways, they would know this location. There was a gas station right there, and right above that, we were looking out the house, and it would be like right above that Dairyman's kind of. It's like a 7-Eleven, something like that. Lawson's, there you go, Lawson's shipped up there. Yeah, Lawson's, and it was an actual not beverage store, but like store like a 7-Eleven over there that sold it. But that UFO was right above there, and the entire family was just freaking out, Dave. And I'm just looking at it going, what is that? And it was moving sideways like this, like in a floating manner.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the end of it, though. That's what I'm saying. I would be 5 years old at the time. So I don't remember. I must have been in such a frenzy that I ran off, you know. And then I don't remember the rest of what happened and how it ended, but we all saw it, and the whole family was over there looking and going, you know, what is that, you know? So I don't include it because I was 5. I know it was a memory, and I know it happened, but for all I know, it could have been one of those, you know, those lights in the sky that were going to go, but they were making a big deal of it like it was UFO. So who knows, Dave? Who knows? But, yeah, amazing. And I don't think we can go without saying that if back then NORAD was picking up all, listen, we've all listened to and lovers of Art Bell, how many reports, all you need to do is go to the UFO reporting agency and see how many things are reported on a daily basis over there, you know, even now, like right now. Anyways, Dave.
Well, a lot of people have commented in the chat, but also Ed Stewart says RTN mentioned he saw a UFO.
Yeah.
I think you had interviewed. Did you talk to Calfart about things that he sent you from early on?
Dave, one of the past streams, I think I did read Calfart's, and that was his name, Calfart, and he was around for a bit at the time, and I don't know what happened to him.
He passed away.
He did. That's what I think. Yeah.
His son came on for a little while, and he lives. They both actually lived near me.
Okay.
But even the son says, he saw a lot of things, and man, he kept his mouth shut for years and years and years.
Yeah. Well, you know, and those are the stories that make you believe that it's true. But yeah, I did read it. I couldn't point to you the specific stream that I read this on, but I did. Yeah.
Now, also, I want to mention that you got something in the mail for a trade, and it was a scrapbook of UFO stories. Is that right?
Yeah, it's something Dave, the past few years have been so hectic with me, and you know that, behind the scenes moving, just life in general. My son growing up, the track and field stuff, you would not believe the past 4 years how much that takes alone. But yes, I am going to eventually get to this giant folio album. I mean, it's a real cool looking, like 15 by 9-inch album. I mean, it's a big album, and it was an individual. I don't know nothing about this person. I traded it for something I was trying to get rid of on Facebook Marketplace, and this guy goes, well, I've got this over here because I started talking about paranormal and stuff like that, and he says, I got this, and I found this. I know nothing about it. My throat's tickling. I know nothing about it, but if you want this, since you do the paranormal stuff, let's trade for that. And when I got home, I started looking through it, and it's from beginning to end. This dude, I don't know what he was keeping track of, but there's a story behind this, and I'm going to try to figure it out. I haven't opened it since I got it, except for, that first week to really look through it and see that there are all kinds of newspaper articles. These are things that, like, stories that you wouldn't ever hear again, because it's a little article in a newspaper buried that, it's just, you're never going to hear that story again. You know what I mean? So he was tracking or trying to figure out or investigating. There's a story behind it, and I'm going to start with page 1 eventually here when things settle down soon after my son graduates. So this summer, expect more shows. I've been saying it for a long time, but for real, Dave, you know how things are, man.
Oh, you totally.
I'm picking this kid up. I'm training him, everything. But when it comes to this album, I am going to go through and I am going to read, and I actually want to make a book with snapshots of each and every one of these news articles as I go along, and then put it in a book. Because once we get to the end and we see if there's any correlation between what he was looking for or what these articles stated that he was trying to find out something, there's something to it. And this is a weird find, and I can't wait to kind of start going through it with the show with you guys, and literally reading every news article and breaking it down. What's this about? I read a couple, and it's like some of these are just like little local reports, but very significant. Like, whoa, that story happened where and when? And not even Art Bell has heard these stories. I mean, it's just some really cool stuff. James found a UFO scrapbook from the Memphis flea market a long time ago. Very cool, Janet. The clippings are from the 1960s. Yeah, it's similar, but the scrapbook is like so expensive looking that I'm like, and then looking through it, I'm just like, there's more to this than, I don't know who this guy is or whatever. We'll go through it. We'll go through it, but that's cool too. Yeah, no, he might be something you guys could, hit on too. Top of the hour, Dave.
It is.
Let's see.
Trying to order some Lawson's chip dip here, and I can't because it doesn't look like they make it anymore.
Dave's shopping for the chip. Oh, it's with a Lay's chip, just your plain old, good old, potato chip. Dipping it in there. Oh my God, it's the best chip dip. Yep. Okay, Dave. So yeah, we're at the top of the hour. I doubt the likes are going to be crazy, but let's see how many likes we got.
Our live viewers are crazy.
50 thumbs up.
Oh boy.
If you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, please do. Please do. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And Dave, I would ask you, what the hell we got coming up?
I'm glad you asked that. So first off,
Circle K still sells it. I don't think it's
interesting.
around you though, Dave, but
okay, there are some, but I was just looking online if I could get it from Amazon or anyone, and they're all like, no, sorry, we have some replica chip dips.
Lawson's Facebook page that has the chipped up recipe to replicate it. Oh, really? Okay. I'd be scared I'd mess it up, and well, I think I'd probably do a good job, but yeah, I don't know, Dave. Go and get it. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got coming up? Please, you guys, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. I know this stream is just rehashing, but when you see something like, oh my God, they're just going to rehash this, don't ever take that for granted, because we go off on some wild tangents, no matter what we talk about. But Dave, let me get the super chat before you go on. $4.99 super sticker.
Thank you, Albert.
Of a pair doing a classic mic drop. Enough said. I don't know what those noises were, but it is what it is. Chip dip typo. Yeah. I missed the Ritz squeeze twist. She's from the 70s. Edward, it's like I was going to say like a drug. Listen, yeah, it's not very good for you, man, but it tasted good. I put it this thick, Dave, on there. Ow.
Did you ever do the aerosol cheese just directly in your mouth?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What he's talking about. Yeah, I would just pile it in your mouth. It's like, oh, is that still sitting in some artery somewhere?
Probably is.
Not good, but tasted good. But of course, the best stuff is not good for you. Anyways, okay, Dave.
Next week, we're together for the Wild Wild West. It's been a long time since we did one of these. It's the Night of the Human Trigger, episode 12.
Sweet.
The week after, we have Circle of Fear. We're going back to that for Bad Connection. I'm sure it's, on the phone.
I love it.
Then we have an X-Files episode called Space. April 5th, we're going to be talking Art Bell and Madman Markham and time traveling. Columbo episode.
That'll be fun.
Candidate for Crime, Scooby-Doo. We're finishing out season 1, beginning season 2. And then April 26th, that's when we finally get to the In Search Of episodes. We're going to do 2 at a time. This is going to be Other Voices and Strange Visitors.
With Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy.
And thank you to Dave for getting me the entire complete set of In Search Of. There's 144 episodes, Dave.
That would be 72 times we're going to be talking about this.
But you know what? That's fine, because it's going to take a while to get to that and all that. Dave also got me the Charlie Chan Clan. You remember that? The Hanna-Barbera classic?
Connie does.
I'm so happy to have this. I cannot wait to watch this, because I know I remember glimpses of it when I was younger, but as much as I'm a Charlie Chan fan, which you can reach me at charliechanfan00 @gmail.com or AOL.com, whatever, but do the Gmail. Yeah. I'm like Art Bell. I still got the AOL.com mail, but I don't ever really go over there and use it. But
I still have an AOL address somewhere too.
Okay, so Bubba's here. Woohoo, X-Files.
Bubba.
Yeah, some X-Files. Yeah, see? Yeah, I can't wait to get to the Leonard Nimoy stuff. Listen, these 3 Rod Serling, even the first one, I mean, it is what it is. We covered it. We talked. Even this one. I mean, we're having a fun time here, but,
And Raj took some time also to comment about his UFO sighting in his country.
Really? Okay. Here we go.
It's back a little bit.
Raj says, in my small island of a country, we have the northern range. When I was younger, I used to hike up one of the slopes. I'm sure I saw a UFO hovering above the peak. I used to doubt myself. Now I don't. Very cool story. Yeah. A wee lad, huh? Nice story, Raj. Well, I mean, the story is your memory, right? The story is your memory and just seeing it and yeah, you're like, yeah. Okay, so oh yeah, we're back. Yeah, from commercial break.
All right.
Yeah. If you'd like to leave, every time you say like and subscribe, it should the subscribe button highlights. So maybe I should just keep saying it.
Some people even you hear a little sound going ding like that.
Do you?
Yeah, some shows
Okay.
they're able to do that, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, we're sponsored by Rolex today.
We are.
You remember those from the 70s?
Yeah, Rolex. Yeah. Yeah, I guess Russell Crowe's got a quite the collection of watches. Very expensive, exclusive watches. I saw that guy doing a stream. Russell Crowe, Gladiator. Listen, I know he's older now, but holy hell, he had that camera this close to his face. I could see every growth and wart on his face. I'm like going, Russell, but he does not give a shit. And good for him. Russell Crowe can care less what anybody thinks about him. You know why? Because he's a millionaire and he lives on a nice farm with his horses and his land. And you know what?
And
He's
his
got
watches.
yes, and he doesn't care. Good for him. I love that. Gladiator, one of the best movies ever. Okay, Dave.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
And
damn you.
I was going to say, one of my favorite watches I never was able to buy. Had one opportunity at a watch store. It was a Movado Museum watch, just completely black with a diamond in it at the 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock point, and it was like $900 at the time. And I was like, oh man. And I was just starting to make some money, and I'm like, and going back, I wish I would have bought it, but I didn't.
They look cool. I mean, you know, I've never been a watch person though. You know, I've never wanted a watch on my wrist. I don't know. It's
different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have literally what's in Dave's desk. I have my dad's watch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That looks like a nice watch.
Yeah. But
how much is it?
I have no idea. It doesn't work.
It's at
battery. It needs a battery. It works.
Oh, I was just wanting to know if you got some fortunes in your top drawer. It's your dad, so it doesn't matter how much it's worth. That's the important part. That's awesome, Dave. Yeah, no, I love the concept. This is weird. We're switching up. I love the concept of wearing a watch that's really cool and has really cool dials. That's like old school Rolexes and stuff like that. And but I never have. Maybe I will. Maybe I will, and I'll go like this.
Well,
we're doing the stream.
Now that you're in the second half of your life, you know.
Yeah, now I can wear. Hey, what time is it? I don't want to pull my phone out of my pocket.
I think that was also highlighted in the first Mork and Mindy episode where they're trying to get Mork put aside into some psychiatric hospital, and the guy's all like, "Look, he's wearing a wristwatch on his ankle," and he's all, "No. I'm wearing an ankle watch on my ankle. I wear a wristwatch on my ankle. That's weird."
Exactly, and that's a good point. You know, listen, Robin Williams is something else. Okay, let me get to this real quick. Chris W. Dino, you brought us together. Now, some of the Late Show regulars are some of the best friends I've ever had. That's what made it a special place. I tell you what, a couple years ago, it was even more special, but a lot of people have gone and moved on, and I get it, though, it is. But the people who have stuck around, you guys have really become friends and family, and it's to see you guys in the chat all the time, and it is special. So that is awesome. And Chris W., thank you very much. Like you said,
a super chat as well.
Yes, this is a special place. I love Sunday Fun Day with Dino and Dave. Yeah. And Francis McCloskey is here. Good to see you. And $2 super sticker. Got a pair turning around waving. And he's saying, hey, you, while lowering his glasses. So thank you for the super chat. It is my birthday. If you want to do any more super chats, it'll go to my $200 chair that I want to get at the thrift store. No, it's the Curiosity Shop. We got a really cool shop in Lakewood over here. It's called, it's just the Cleveland Curiosity. Listen, I got to look at it again. I walked in today, but there's a 200-year-old chair, and it's carved, and it looks so awesome, Dave. And I sat in it, and I'm going, I need this, but I don't think I'll get it. But anyways, thank you again, Russo. I appreciate that. And I know they changed your names. I'm trying to think of what your name used to be. Right now it says TJF Russo. I'm trying to go back. Let's see. My pop saw one as well, Raj, back in 2010. He never believed in something like that. Changed his opinion. Yeah, it will. It will. Mummy and the Monkey. Vintage wind-up watches are great. Oh, yeah. Listen, there's nothing old wind-up clocks. Listen, I'm an old soul. I love everything vintage, like that Curiosity Shop. I saw a lamp in there that was so cool, Dave. I'm like, man, I need to set up a room like it's the 20s. Yeah. But this was real. This was, yeah. That I think that's a replica, ain't it? That's real. Let me get closer, Dave. Let me see that thing.
Sure is heavy enough to be real.
Is it? Okay. I mean, listen, from the video, you know, it's hard to tell, but I'm sure if you got like an up close video of it, I mean, it looks cool, you know, but they have some really cool stuff, man. Anyways, what else should we talk about, Dave, from this In Search Of? Should we talk about anything? Is there anything? Oh, I thought another interesting thing they did talk about was the what's the middle line? Go back to.
Could you do that closer to the microphone?
Oh, what? You can't hear me?
No, when you move the paper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, geez. Usually I mute myself.
Usually I'm the one doing that.
Okay, there's 3 lines across the middle of the Earth.
Oh, yeah, the Tropic of Cancer.
And the middle one is the equator?
The middle one's equator, and the Tropic of Capricorn.
Capricorn is on the bottom. So at the top is like right above the equator, which is the line that goes through the center of the Earth, is another line that goes right around. And they believe these lines may be energy-wise or kind of like the ley lines and stuff like that, that it means something. And the Tropic of Cancer, all the places that land on there that they talked about were that circles the Earth there, you know, in one direct line. Is go ahead.
Egypt brings us right to
Canary Islands,
the Yucatan. Just
and
fascinating.
the Yucatan Peninsula is where the Mayans, which are a very strange, you know, culture at the time and stuff like that, and the Bermuda Triangle, yeah, and India, very areas in India that are very relevant to the topic at hand, and ancient manuscripts that talk of ancient civilizations, even in the India area and stuff like that. So, lots of very cool things. I thought, what else was, unless you got something to touch on there, Dave, go ahead. Hey, Lucy Vincent, how you doing?
Well,
love to you, Lucy Vincent.
I did think it was interesting, kind of where we left off was like what would happen if some probe entered the solar system. Solar system. And I knew where you were thinking. And so, you know, they're all like, we'll pass, you know, all
Dr. Herman, you got the probe?
Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard.
Oh, Dr. Fine, bring the probe, bring the probe, I loved when the Three Stooges would name what Give me the wait. What would they say? They would be like they'd name an instrument. The fuffle. Give me the fuffle. You know, they would just make up a name. It was. I wish I knew what I was saying. Move on. Go, Dave.
That's all right. And anyway, we're zooming past all the outer planets, not habitable, not habitable. And then we finally get to not quite Earth. We get to Mars. They talk about how Mars has all the life, what we need for life. But then we get to the moon. And they talk about how all these minerals that are important for space travel are in the moon. And how that this is something that was captured by our planet rather than emerging from our planet. Because we've all seen the videos where something hit the Earth, it split, there's another little mini Earth that's out there spinning.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's got different, makeups and things like that. Oh, Francis.
I don't know, Francis, why there's always probing. That there probing's gotta stop. You need there to use some lubricants to help yourself not hurt so much, says Dr. France. That's all. That's all. Yeah, we'll move on from that subject. But yeah, we know that the moon is very interesting and odd, and
it is so vital for life on Earth. It causes the tidal waves and things like that. It only has one revolution every time it goes around our planet. We only see the same side of the moon. And
how it balances,
how it rings like a bell when you hit it.
Yeah, the Earth. Oh, and that too. You know why? Because it's covered in dust, but it's really a metal object, a metal sphere, and there's a huge civilization living inside of it, Dave.
Perhaps.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I don't think they're inside. I think they're on the far side.
Oh no! I listen.
No.
I think
Lear says there's a tower on the far side of the moon.
Doesn't mean that's where all civilization is being, because we've mapped the surface of the moon, but that's another subject. Why we don't get certain places. Like if this tower's over there, they've mapped the surface of the moon, Dave. Why don't we see those objects? Why don't we see the mile-high crystal building that Richard C. Hoagland has talked about for many years, or many of the other structures that are on this moon?
What about your friend that's been on your show several times?
John Lear, yes.
Oh, your other friend.
Oh, Augie Nost.
Augie Nost.
Yes. There are, again, there are lots of images on the moon.
Blurred out is what they do. They blur out the images.
Yes, they do. But
I saw that, Lucy.
But Lucy, I will say that what did Lucy say?
Lucy had a typo, which kind of
probing, not proving. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, she said because proving is just so much fun.
Insert correct word.
If it had been the correct word, that would have been really funny.
Okay.
Thank God for autocorrect.
Yeah. Listen, it can be. I mean,
you never know.
Lots of nerve endings. Anyways, what? I'm just Dino went there. What?
Oh boy.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so the moon itself.
Yes.
Bing, hollow, metal structure. If you're going to live anywhere, you're going to be inside that thing, right?
Possibly, but I think you would have like a window.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't have like buildings, crystal towers, or glass towers, like Richard C. Hoagland has talked about.
Dangerous because it doesn't have an atmosphere. It gets pelted all the time with debris.
Well, it depends what it's made out of too, though, right? I mean, the smaller stuff, it's not really
made out of cheese.
It's not made out of cheese. But interesting enough, John Lear, and it is one of the most wildest theories that I've ever heard from anybody talking paranormal in my life. And it came from the mouth of John Lear. It came out of the mouth of John Lear. It's funny how everybody laughed at that. Everyone knows about the nerve endings. Anyway, okay. Dave doesn't. Sorry, Dave. Okay, John Lear talked about this giant. What did he call it, Dave? What am I trying to think of again? Tower, like
a soul-spitting tower.
Yes, it was a large tower, kind of like our radio towers, stuff like that, that spits out souls, basically. And I'm sorry, it's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life. And it makes you question all the other things that he's talked about. For sure. What is going on? Is that people outside, Dave, again? That's Dave's neighbors ruining the show. No, it's distant. It's fine. Obelisk. What about it? Yeah, people have seen obelisk. What's the Art had a guest on who saw an obelisk just floating in the woods there, and it was like 6 foot by 4 foot, and it disappeared. And they thought that this obelisk was a device that allowed people to come from one place to another as a portal. It was an object that was used as a portal, which could get us to talking about Skinwalker Ranch too, but we're almost at the bottom of the hour. So
we are. But I was also thinking too, what a great episode of In Search of that would have been that never existed. Would be a Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's my favorite thing to dip chips into.
Dave's pesky neighbors. Yeah, the Skinwalker Ranch thing. It's a shame that we've got this show out there that's kind of showing us stuff that if you were to believe it, you would be going, what the, is going on here? But they're playing it off, Dave, as in like a TV series where we got to keep ratings. Let's make sure we keep them on the tip of their toes. Let's make sure but yet they're putting out some amazing like theories and evidence and footage, unless it's all made up.
And why can't we have a 24-hour live cam?
Amen. I wish
where we can just zip into it. Or have drones that just go over all the time if you want to look at the terrain, because all we see really is just the mesa. We might see Homestead 1 and 2, but that's really about it. I want to see some of the other areas, of this property. I want to see the river where they found that wolf skull or whatever.
Yes. Yes. Well, and the sad thing is, Dave, is if they did that, I'm writing down Edgar Cayce because, yes, I wouldn't mind doing a whole show on Edgar Cayce and maybe even bringing in a guest and doing a show on Nostradamus.
And there is a In Search of on Edgar Cayce. Okay.
Why that's such a good idea and why they don't do it. And this is a millionaire owns this property. He's got the TV show. And I know first of all, I don't know why. I think the TV show would do fine no matter what. But you get cameras, like you said, in those places. Yeah. Like can you imagine a camera running 24/7 around that bend, that river where supposedly that dome that is there, or portal type, black hole type, they've got all kinds of weird things going on. Right there where the bones were found in that little river, if there was a camera there 24/7, and then other places that are hotspots, and let people just constantly look. And if we see something, it's more evidence to prove that this is real. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'd be checking it out all the time.
Well, and like you said, like I've got no problem thinking it's real or not, but it's the commercialization of keeping that series going.
Yes.
We have to keep the fans here. We have to keep the numbers. And that's why I kind of lost interest in Oak Island.
Yeah.
They're just rehashing the same stuff. And I don't want that.
Isn't that like 15 years now?
13. This is its 13th year.
Wow.
And I'm like, the island is Swiss cheese, dude. It's not there. But, let's try new things, I don't want to just rehash, oh, it's the Templars. Oh, it's the Knights of Malta. It's whatever. And the same thing with Skinwalker. Let's see some experiments that just failed. Let's do a breakdown of Homestead 1 and Homestead 2 instead of just, visiting it for a little bit. What's that well that when we opened it, everyone like passed out because it was, it smelled so bad,
Yeah. No, I don't. Listen, what they're focusing in on now in Skinwalker Ranch, that metal object underneath the mesa, which could be a ship, a giant ship. Okay. I get it. And I get also the bubble above that area where it's probably what they're making it out to seem is some kind of like portal or wormhole that, that's important. Keep focusing your attention on that. But if you're smart, and I know these people are smart and they're thinking of the same things as we are, why not get 24/7 cameras and a website, Skinwalker Ranch, up there to show? The dude's a millionaire. I don't think he needs to worry about funding for this program. You know what I mean? If anything, the 24/7 cameras, I think, would get even more interest in watching the show. So I don't get it. I really don't. And like Dave said, it's not that you can't believe, because there's a lot of evidence, but the commercialization of it is just, honestly, Dave, driving me nuts. Because I go, like, I want to go and run a mile and hit the bag a few times after every show, and you shouldn't have to feel that way. Anyways, okay, well, there's another week in the books, and I thank everybody for being here with me on my birthday, talking about In Search Of and nerve endings and whatever else we talked about. Chip Dip. Yeah, we were all over the place. The hairy man kissing the young woman for the spark of life, in Kirlian photography. Was very interesting.
Yes.
Imagine if she just photographed them, kind of making love, what would happen?
A lot of hair.
I'd almost end there, but I'm laughing. Okay, everybody, listen, thank you guys all very much. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet, so we can get some thumbs up on the video. I know every week's not a winner for the topics that we discuss, even though I think the show's a winner every week. So always be here. Sunday Fun Day. What can I say?
Wild Wild West next week.
Wild Wild West next week. And I'll get an overnight stream up. Probably I'm really, really working on these remastering of CBS Radio Mystery Theater shows. So I hope at least the last 3, but I've been doing this for a while, but I really honed in on the last 3 streams. They sound pretty damn good, and they're episodes I really haven't time-stamped and played before, and I'm going to continue doing that with these CBS Radio Mystery Theater show streams. So yes, so there you go there. And Dave, yeah, I can't wait to do this next week.
Can't wait either.